How do you know if a reverb pedal allows 100% wet signal? That's the question that I get the most, because over the years I made a few videos on how to play ambient guitar drones, and I say, hey, it's super easy. You just have to put the mix knob all the way up, and then that's going to remove the dry signal. For example, like on my Immerse Mark II reverb pedal. So if I play something like this, and then I activate the pedal, you still hear my dry signal going through, but if I put the mix knob all the way up, now you only hear the reverb. And that's what we call 100% wet signal. We remove the dry signal. But then many people said after on my lessons, it doesn't work with my reverb pedal. I just put the mix knob all the way up and I still hear my dry signal. It is because many pedals do not allow the fully wet signal. For example, I have some very popular reverb pedals here, the Boss RV6, the TC Electronic Hall of Fame 2, and the Oceans 11 by Electro Harmonics. So for example, if I try the same thing with the RV6, I put the level knob all the way up, still hear my dry signal with it. Let's try it with the Hall of Fame. Level knob all the way up. We still hear my dry signal. Let's try it with the Oceans 11. So this one allows the fully wet signal. So it really depends on the pedals. Some of them allow it, some of them don't. And it's not just a question of price. I think the Oceans 11 is the most affordable pedal of all of these in front of you. And I have, for example, a TC Electronic Sky Surfer, which is a really cheap pedal, but the mix knob goes fully wet on it. So it's not just a question of price. So then how do you know if that allows it? With some good old research before you buy the pedal. So first thing, I recommend that you go on Google and type to find a manual of the pedal you're searching for, and then try to look at what is written under level knob or mix knob. You want it to go 100 wet signal or fully wet, or maybe to have a kill dry function, which would kill the dry signal, even if it's not doing it with the mix knob. If you're seeing something like you can go up on the reverb, but it's going to be blended with the dry signal at all times, or any variations of that, it means that it's not going to work for this pedal. So if you're looking for a pedal to play ambient guitar drones, go search in the manual. But sometimes it's not really clear on the manual, so you have to search elsewhere. You have to find also if it has some hidden functions inside it. Some pedals, you can unscrew it and you have some additional dip switches inside the pedal. So maybe you have a kill dry switch inside the pedal. So look for that in the manual. But if the manual is not helpful, then try to find in YouTube demos. So you could write in the YouTube search bar the name of your pedal and 100% wet. And you would be surprised to find that the pedals you think are not allowing 100% wet can do it in other ways. So for example, with the Boss RV6, I find 100% demo, but we just tried in front of you putting the level knob all the way up and it doesn't work. So maybe they're going to explain it in the video. And if they don't, go watch for the comments. Some people have had the same questions that you had. And you can find here that someone explains that if you plug on the B output of the pedal, you're going to get only the reverb signal out of it. So you could use this pedal only as a drone machine and plug it in a different way. Same here, if I'm searching for the TC Hall of Fame, I'm not finding any videos that could explain how I could go 100% wet on it, but I have a tutorial on the toneprint editor, and I'm finding out that I have access to a kill dry function too, and that we can go full wet signal for it. So just when you are not finding what you're searching for in the manual, don't give up just yet. You might be surprised. So it all depends on what you're searching for. If you want a simple solution, then try to get a pedal that you are sure that the mix knob or the level knob is gonna do 100% wet. But if you don't mind using the toneprint editor or a different signal path on the pedal, many can allow it. And of course, some pedals will never allow 100 wet signal, and I would not recommend getting those pedals in case you want to play ambient guitar drones in the future. Of course, I cannot list all pedals that have 100% signal in this video. You have to make your research, and there are going to be new pedals in the future, but I highly recommend the New Neighbor and the Strymon Reverb pedals. Those are my favorites. The Strymon Reverbs, they're all going to allow 100% up the mix knob, but New Neighbor, you have to get the Immerse Mark II. That's gonna do it with the mix knob, and the original Immerse and the stereo wet reverb are not going to go full wet with the mix knob, but you could use the kill dry switch on the original Immerse too for that. So you have lots of options here. And if you want to learn the techniques on how to play good ambient guitar drones like these, then you can click on the video that appeared on the screen where I have a full tutorials on the techniques and how to set up your pedals to get the best ambient guitar drone. So watch this video next. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you soon. Until next time, au revoir.